take me. I'll pay for gas. I mean, I'm not even sure. I just want to eat something. I'm a small growing boy. I mean, girl, I need to eat things. Seriously though, these.
Oh, good. I can do escape rooms every day. Let's go. I'm gonna be honest. It was a little.
Here. Can any of you do that? That's right. I didn't think so. So don't any of you be hating on anybody's voices. My voice is fine. Tabs. Hi guys, I'm Tabs, and my voice is amazing. And if you judge me, I'm gonna eat all of your socks. So I'm just having a good time, having a good time. So to laddie, goodbye.
So I want my glasses to be unique. My girlfriend loves artists. And I need a conservative pair because her parents hate artists.
You guys ever remember going to an after school when you were little? If you didn't go to one, consider yourself mad lucky. Because it was absolutely horrible. Total dung shit. I'm not saying all of the after schools I went to were bad, but on the most part, yeah. No, it wasn't a school-made program. Those were actually alright. There were plenty of activities to do and the kids were nice. Also, there was a total of 1 hour studying time. And it really wasn't that bad. Because it was free. While on the other hand, this place was more like a self-funded private institution. And a pretty shady one at that. And I remember wondering why it was so expensive and that my parents were nuts for paying for this kind of service. But for most of us that went, we actually had no choice but to go because our parents were at work and not at home to take care of us. Anyways, you probably see in the brochures those pictures of those smiling, cheery-ass kids having fun with activities such as camping trips, playing at the park, swimming, etc. And then you'd be super stoked to start going there. But you'd wonder how much those kids got paid to smile. After a week of going there, I was like, okay, it's only been a week. Maybe I should give them another chance. Because to be fairly honest, I really didn't enjoy it so far. But after a month, I was thinking, is this a scam? Because most of the time, we were looking at a packet with a bunch of problems that were a few grades ahead of us. Aren't us kids supposed to go outside and exercise or something? Nope, they couldn't give two shits about that. You know what they fed us most of the time for lunch? Yup, goddamn cereal. We got our meals of the day mixed up or what? I see your scammer asses. You know, occasionally they would feed us some frozen crap that could be fried in 5 minutes. I shouldn't really be complaining though, because we ate it all anyways. But did we really have a choice? Technically, yeah, but our lifespan's been cut short by a few years. Yippee. Moving on to the punishments. We got punished for getting wrong answers, or even not knowing the answer to the homework problems. Are you kidding me? I'm not talking about just sit in the corner type of punishments. No. I wish we had that though. I'm talking about making these kids fear for their lives. So I remember this kid, he wasn't really a math whiz, and he got a few questions wrong. My quote-unquote teacher immediately got pissed and put him in the invisible chair position for about 25 minutes in front of the class. Honestly, anything more than 3 minutes in that position could have been considered torture. I remember he was screaming like crazy and she was just sitting there and going back to using her phone.
Sorry for the
And yeah, during the whole class time, she would either be using her phone or her laptop. Living the life. Are we just gonna ignore this? Is that what it is? Listen, miss, I can't concentrate knowing that there's a kid behind me about to piss his pants while dying at the same time. So, you should let him go now. What have you done? What have I done? Well, you're a pretty sadistic one, aren't you? She was that petty kind of teacher. You talk back to her, you playfully respond to her, or if she thinks you're testing her, you done. You finished. Game over. In total, we sat there for about 4 hours a day and got a 15-minute break over all of that. It really sucked. I wonder if that kind of stress is what made the kids such bullies. When they tried to make me one of their victims, I actually beat them up. Guy or girl, it didn't matter. You try to torment me or my friends, you are getting that pounding. Instead, there was this this one occasion where there was a holiday, and after school decided to go hiking up on a mountain together. And I clearly remember these older girls purposely making me go through poison ivy to get some berries for them. I didn't know what poison ivies were. I didn't know what they looked like. They were laughing at me back then, but I luckily was careful while going through it. Because of simple instincts telling me that there was something wrong with their baboon asses laughing throughout the whole duration. Especially since there was nothing really that funny about picking berries. Really though, how much more scumbaggy can you get? If I knew their intentions, I probably would have rubbed the berries on the poison ivy secretly and given it to them. There was also this one moment I remember where this kid was running and playing tag. And then he ended up falling into the lake, where it seemed like he was on the verge of drowning. And guess what everyone did? Yup, they just laughed at him. Until that one awesome adult came to his rescue. One of those particular people I could stand in the after school. Also, he taught us trumpet, which made him 1,000 times more awesome. And because of those incidents and a few others I won't mention here, I was literally just begging my parents to get me out of there, to let me sign up for these school programs instead, as soon as they announced it, and they accepted the deal. Mostly because it was free. And yeah, best decision ever.
At IKEA, we believe that everything you need should be within reach. In an affordable dream kitchen that works as hard as you do. Hurry into the IKEA kitchen event.
Cheeky bastards. They're totally asking us to lap dance right now. Oh yeah? Don't give us your smug winky face. Because there is no way in hell
Eddie,
we're dancing.
wash your hands before you eat that Oreo. Oh, Ma, do I have to? Have to? Get your ass over here. Man, I already touched it though. What you doing? Nope, just casually putting my arm around a stranger, staring directly at him and talking to nobody. Yeah, you. Were you gonna lick the cream off that kid's Oreo and replace it with your Spider-Man toothpaste? That's hilarious. Let me help you with that. I mean, that's messed up. Shame on you. Don't mess with anyone's food. See that dog over there? You don't want to mess with its food either, because it'll bite your hand off. Don't mess with that birdie's food, because if you do, it'll shit all over your parents' car. And if you mess with my food, well, then I turn your insides into outsides. No, I would never. At least over food. I'm sorry. I don't know what's up with me today. Must be in a joking mood or something. Anyways, where was I going with this? Oh, right. Out of all the groups I just mentioned, you especially don't want to mess with high schoolers' food. Because at that age, they'll be like Kirby swallowing up all the grub, since that's the phase when their bodies are growing and constantly demanding horse-sized fillings. Believe me when I say they won't hesitate to end friendships if anyone tries to snatch a french fry from them. See, I remember back in middle school, I used to eat a lot. And I was this round, chubby little thing. Like, give me a few 18-inch pizzas to eat in one sitting, and I'd still be starving. Nowadays, I kind of lost that insane appetite I used to have and get full pretty easily. So my high school used to let students leave the building during their lunch breaks as long as they came back before the period was over. Plenty of students were picky about the food they ate, so a lot of them ended up dipping that time. Believe me, most of these kids occasionally got their free lunches just to get a cookie or an ice cream to throw the rest of the meal in the trash. It was a pretty tragic sight, though I can't really blame them for wanting to eat someplace else. You really should have... seen some of the stuff they served here. God, I'm not even gonna get started on this. Moving on. If the students wanted some hot dogs, they'd go to the street cart a block down from the school and order some. If they wanted some Arby's, KFC, Subways, or Chipotle, they'd be one step away from the school premises for all that glory. And if they wanted drugs, ooh, looking back now, that's probably why the principal did that. It was one day out of the blue. No warning, no context, no explanation. Our principal just announced on the speaker something along the lines of, "Attention students, there will be a new change which will be effective as of today. Students will no longer be permitted to step outside of the building during lunch hours. Anyone who does not act accordingly will serve detention. Thank you and have a good day." As if this school wasn't already prison enough. I expected this announcement to be blown off and forgotten. Boy, I was wrong. Next day, right after my Spanish class, the bell rang and the students got up to leave. I stepped out into the hallway, or at least I tried to. I realized the hallway was packed with kids that wouldn't even budge. What the hell is this? Why aren't you guys moving? Move! Andale, andale! You guys really like sharing that carbon dioxide, huh? In the reality of this situation, nobody could hear anyone else because they were all yelling and hooting over each other. That's it, I'm going in. After a minute or so, we moved a whole inch forward. A whole inch forward! Wow! Progress, guys. Progress. But the whole time I was wondering where the security guards were at. Students crowd surfing each other in the hallways wasn't unusual at all. My school was always packed, so this was nothing out of the ordinary. I don't know what everyone was just standing around for. I was practically swimming in there. As I was getting closer to the center of the hallway, I started to hear students chanting and a faint sound from Wiz Khalifa. The fuck? Oh damn, is there some cult shit going on? I forgot what exactly they were chanting, but I remember for sure it was about the announcement yesterday. I popped my head out of there, looked up, and I saw a water balloon coming towards my direction. Fortunately, I didn't get hit, but I still got splashed on the side of my face. I can see now that everyone was surrounding the principal, who was standing right in the middle of the hallway, trying to calm the students down. Of course, no one was listening to him either. I looked up again and saw every school item you could imagine being thrown. Pencils, folders, pens, school lunches, bucket hats, you name it. A group of guys thought it'd be funny to throw their shoes at him. They threw their Concords, Foamposites, and Tims at the principal. Guys, come on, come on! Those are some expensive ass shoes right there. You know someone was bound to steal those and resell them on